Stewart, spread on the member's desk. Madam Speaker, members, it was timely filed.
Representative Stewart, you're recognized.
Madam Speaker, thank you. Representative Miller will speak on this amendment.
Representative Miller, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Without objection.
Madam Speaker, sponsor, and to my colleagues, Representative Towns, and to my leader Fisher, thank you all. It's certainly a hard act to follow, and it's interesting. Out of all of these amendments, usually the sponsor debates the amendment, sponsor of the bill, move it to the table, and that's it. Government at work at its best. But I'm going to try to put at least 26 or 27 votes on that board. I'm keeping tabs right now. I may do worse and get less. But I just want to reiterate what you've already heard, but I want to say it where if it didn't make sense to you the first time, hopefully it will make sense to you when I say it. The mayor of the city of Memphis, I think he's been in office now for 10 weeks or a little less, he came into a situation where Memphis was under tremendous financial strain, to the point that we have a serious pension problem in the city of Memphis. And based on the state, our comptroller telling us that you have to get your act under control, we're talking about $50 million at this point that needs to go into that plan, probably annually. We have a public safety issue where police officers are leaving the city of Memphis because of that pension problem and because of salaries and benefits. Some say that we're down by 250. I've heard the figure 400. That becomes a public safety issue. So potentially with this de-annexation, let's not just talk about the $100 million hit, the public safety hit, but what you are potentially and what you are doing, even if they are unintended consequences, you are forcing a property tax increase. That's what you're doing. You're calling for a property tax increase in the city of Memphis. Would you call for that in your own community? And let's say I serve on a local government subcommittee, and a number of the members in this body has come before that committee, and we have conversations about your communities. You know who you are. And part of that conversation is what you talk about, the independence of your local government. You come to local government because you want an increase in your hotel and motel taxes. You want to restructure your government, and guess what? Guess what? I give you my support. And you kind of say, I think local government should work these problems out. This amendment simply says, give us until 2018 to give Memphis an opportunity to adjust to this devastating, potentially devastating piece of legislation. That's all it's asking you for. You know who you are when you come before a subcommittee in local government. You know who you are. And each and every time you come wanting to change the structure of your government, wanting to increase your hotel and motel taxes, or whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, 9 out of 10 times you receive my support, my vote. Don't change your perspective now that the shoe is on the other foot. Don't show your true, I was about to say something, but I'm not going to use that word. simply because Curry Todd said don't use it. I'm going to ask that you vote to support this amendment. For for no other reason, understand that if you don't support this amendment, what you are voting for is a potential property tax increase in the city of Memphis. What you are voting for, you're voting against public safety in the city of Memphis. This could be devastating to our community. And with that, I ask that you vote against what I know will be the tabling motion. Move for adoption.
Representative Miller moves adoption of amendment number 12. Properly seconded. Representative Carter, you recognize.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Respectfully, I find that to be an unfriendly motion and ask it to be moved to the table, please.
Proper motion, properly second. The parliamentary situation is that Representative Miller has moved the adoption of amendment number 12. Representative Carter has moved that motion to the table. That cuts off all debate except for that of the sponsor. Representative Miller, you are recognized.
That was unexpected. Hey, a little humor. Why can't we do that? Because as I said, this is government at its best. This is government at its best, but at the same time, this is a very serious matter. It's a very serious matter. And Mr. Representative, I don't think you've given an opportunity to our local leaders, our mayors, and our legislative bodies, both on the city and the county side. I don't think you honestly and sincerely have sat with them and say, hey, look, here's what we're about to do. What do you think about it? What negative impact will it have on your community? You haven't done that. You have not done that. But again, for those of you that many of us have supported you when you had your local issues, I say give us an opportunity here. Let this be a local issue where the communities within Memphis that have some concerns about their status with Memphis, why can't they work that out among themselves? Is that too much to request? Is that too much to ask for? With that, Madam Speaker, I ask that you vote against the tabling motion.
Parliamentary situation is that Representative Miller has moved the adoption of amendment number 12. Representative Carter has moved that motion to the table. We're all voting on the tabling motion. All those in favor vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Ms. Clerk, take the vote.
Aye, 63, 31 nay.
The ayes have it. The motion